Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of the U18A2 Colts Highlight Show. Here you see the Colts warming up for a home game at the Surrey Sport and Leisure Centre today. Normally playing home games from the Cloverdale Arena, but today they're playing a rescheduled game against a team from Whistler, who you can see at the far end there in the white jerseys with black trim. See the Colts wearing their blue jerseys this week with red and white trim. Unlike last game where the Colts only had 4 defensemen, they will have their full complement of defensemen in today's game, with Patrick and Bryson returning to the lineup. They'll also have 2 extra forwards in the lineup called up from the A3 team. Davis Ackhurst-Myers will be wearing number 8, and Evan McKay will be wearing number 11 today. Mitchell Anderson continues to be out with his concussion symptoms and thus won't be dressed. But that will be 4 lines of forwards for the Colts today. You see Max in the net there warming up. He will be starting today. Logan is scratched today for health reasons, and as such, Cole Chura will also be up from the A3 team to be the backup goalie for today's contest. Both these teams are looking for their first win of the regular season. Both teams 0-2. In addition, these two teams will play each other the following night in Whistler, so a back-to-back contest here for these two squads, with both teams trying to move up from the bottom of the standings. And with that, let's move to the first period highlights. We start with Whistler on the attack here. Here they have the puck at center, and they move it to the middle, and they're going to kick it out to the left wing there. That player is going to get a good chance to come in alone, and Max gets a glove on that one and makes a save. But Whistler keeps coming, trying to go in again on the left side there. Instead, they're going to push that back out to the point, walk into the high slot there, get a good hard shot off. The rebound comes out, and the defender's stick gets out there and pokes that away before the Whistler player can capitalize on it. And that's going to allow the Colts to turn around and come back the other way. Here's Arjun on the right side. He cuts down low, gets a shot on net, it pounces right out to Trevor there, and he can't get a handle on it there. He had an empty net to put that into if he could have corralled it, but he was unable to do so. And with Whistler on the attack again there, Karn has to take a tripping penalty there as he gets his stick into the feet of the attacking player. So that sends them onto the power play here, where they're working it around the outside edge, put the shot on net, and it bounces off the goalie's pad right out front to an unchecked player there who has a yawning cage to deposit that into, and Whistler, with the power play goal, has an early 1-0 lead. Here they are looking to double that lead. They're coming in again from the left side there, trying to get Max moving the wrong way with a good low shot there, but he does make the save. Here's Zach at center, gets a stick across the chest area of that player, breaks his own stick there, and gets a cross-checking penalty. So it's Whistler to the power play again, looking for more. They're going to find that player in the high slot, shoots the puck, it gets blocked in front, and the defender has the player tied up, but the player gets a stick on it there and gets a shot on net, but Max gets the leg down and makes the save. Now we're back at the other end, and here's a puck that comes out front. Trevor in the same place he was earlier in that one. This time he gets his stick on it, but he can't get it past the goalie. A couple good chances for Trevor on this one. Whistler attacking the other way. They put that puck wide there, and then they go retrieve it off the wall. And then they're going to find that player alone in front there for Colts, focused on the puck carrier, and they missed that assignment in front there, and a neat little pass to him out front, and he puts that into the empty net again, and it's 2-0 now for Whistler here in the first period. Here's another player out front there, gets a nice hard low shot off there. Max kicks it out to end the period with a 2-0 Whistler lead. Colts trying to cut the lead in half here. Lyndon Fraser puts that up to Evan, who comes in hard on the right side, gets a shot up high there, but the goalie gloves it and makes the save. And as Jesse comes in on the left side, he gets stopped, and we're going to focus on those two players as they head back down the ice. Jesse cross-checks that player down, and then as he's coming in, he gets a cross-check across the side of the Whistler player's head there. The referee is right there to see it, and so he's going to call that 4 minutes for head contact. So Whistler is back onto the power play, but instead, we're going to see this play. Here's Seth, who gets that puck there, comes in all alone, shovels it with a little backhanded poke through the goalie's legs, and the Colts have cut this lead in half with a shorthanded goal. It's 2-1 now for Whistler, as Jackson gets the assist there off the face-off at the far end. And the Colts go to work on the forecheck here. Here comes Trevor in again, and he's going to hit that player through the hands there and send his stick flying in the air, and he's going to struggle to pick it back up. But meanwhile, the Colts are going to regroup at center. Puck gets put down low behind the net, and as the player collects it there and looks to play it, Arjun comes in to make a hit, and that player gets him up high there with an elbow in the head. And so the referee is going to call that a head contact penalty on Whistler and send the Colts to the power play. So here's Patrick at the point. Does well to get that shot through. The rebound is there, and it gets pushed over to the side. And Zach is unable to slide that into the net there as we head to the third period. We start with the Colts on the attack. There's Arjun putting the puck around out front. And you can't really see it because the stanchion's in the way, but that's should look familiar otherwise, as that's Trevor alone in front there, whacking away at a puck in the crease, but the goalie covers it up and keeps it out. Now here's a face-off at the defensive zone, and we show this because this is probably the fourth or fifth time that Jackson has been tossed from the face-off circle here. Can't quite get on the same page with that linesman for some reason, and because of the kicked-out draw, this gets won by Whistler, and they find that player alone in front there and get a good shot off, but the save is made by Max. Whistler gets another chance here to extend the lead, but another nice pad save from Max, and he slides across just in case there's a rebound there. And let's watch this play here too. There's another shot that's going to come from the high slot. This time Max isn't able to get his toe on it, can't quite get the leg extended well enough. The post does make the save, but here you watch on the next whistle, Max is talking to Patrick, the defenseman there, informing him that his groin did not feel well on that last save attempt there. So the Colts are forced to make a goaltending change here, as Cole is going to have to come into this game here in the third period. And now the Colts go on the attack. Here's Tyler with the puck. The puck goes down to Zach, who puts it across to Davis, who's on the far side there, but it goes through his legs. He's unable to corral it to put it into the net. So Whistler comes back the other way. They pick up a broken play there in the middle, get a good shot off there, and Cole has to make his first save after coming in a tough situation here. He's got to have to make more here. Here comes Whistler coming through the middle. That player weaves through a bunch of Colts players, tries to go up over the glove there, but Cole does well to hug the post and force that shot to go wide. So that's going to allow the Colts to try and tie this up. There's a shot from Riley there. A rebound out to Arjun, who pushes that towards the side of the net. I think it might have hit the side of the net and bounced back out. So it's, again, along the wall where the Colts are going to put it around behind the net there. And the pass is going to come out to Noah, but he can't get good one on it as it hops over his stick and heads out of the zone. Here's Whistler working low to high again. They find a player in the high slot, but Cole makes the save. And then with time expiring, there you can see 30 seconds left on the clock here. The Colts desperate to try and tie this one up, but they're unable to get it across the blue line here despite multiple tries, and they're going to keep working at it, and eventually Cole is going to be able to head toward the bench there to get an extra attacker out, but that's only with 10 seconds left in the game. And despite getting one shot through there, they're unable to corral the rebound, and Whistler puts it down ice, and that's going to be the end of this game. A 2-1 win for Whistler. And the Colts are going to have to try again the following night to try and get their first win of the regular season. So let's have a look at the stats for today's game. You see Seth with the only goal of the game, a trio of players with 3 shots on net each there between Riley, Jesse, and Arjun. And Max was having a good game there before he had to leave, and then Cole making 5 saves on the 5 shots he faced in the game. Now we'll have a look at the season-to-date standings updated with the latest game. You see with that goal, Seth has regained the lead in goals on the season for the team. Zach remains at the top of the table, 4 points. As mentioned at the top of the show, both these teams were looking for their first victory of the regular season. So let's have a look at the standings now. There you see Cloverdale in 10th place, tied with Ridge Meadows at the bottom of the table for now. Whistler launches themselves up to 7th place now with 5 points. And you see the North Delta team that the Colts played in the previous game running away with this one a bit so far with 5 wins and no losses so far. Well, that's it for tonight, folks. We'll see you for the following night's game from beautiful downtown Whistler, BC.